on gate takings and also sponsors. But Gambian
no sponsors,
clubs,
no gate takings.
exactly. So now what they need to do is to make sure that
exactly.
But Walidan was on the verge of securing that thing. You can remember when Jallow was going to the UAE. If Morsise had followed him there, that club Al Ain was going to build a mini stadium for Walidan Football Club here, and also a minivan. And that minivan they can use it for taxi,
yeah.
even taxi, and you know,
well,
it can bring something to the club.
But you have been given, for an example, $1 million, $2 million is. That can at least, you know.
Well,
but how can you give? How can you give the league winners when there is no sponsorship?
I think we have only five minutes to wrap, or even less than that.
Yes,
but then it's important we also talk about the Gambian league, since we think we're talking about Gambian football, and again it's important that the league is closing tomorrow, and the decider will be tomorrow. Real de Banjo is playing Young Africans tomorrow at the KG5 mini stadium. Yeah. And happens Real gets a draw, even a point.
No, a win.
A win.
Because if they get a point, they will be what? 2 points ahead of Armed Forces. And Armed Forces is playing. If they win, 3 points, they will be champion. So Walidan have to Armed Forces
have to win Young Africans,
and Real have to win Young Africans to win the title. And in fact, I had an interview with the vice president of Real de Banjo Football Club, that is Bax Game, who is very, very confident that they will secure it.
Yeah, but and it's a three-legged race. The Army can be champions, Real can be champions, Sports can be champions, depending on what is going to happen tomorrow.
Yeah, but the chances of
Real is the likeliest champion. Because if Real is to lose, the Army lose, and Ports win with even a goal, Port is going to be champions.
Yeah.
Because they have a goal difference.
Okay.
That's why I said it's a three-legged race. A champion can be found in Banjul tomorrow, Real Young Africans.
And all the games are going to play at the same time.
Armed Forces Hawks. No, Biko GPA Independent Stadium, Armed Forces Hawks, Birkama. So if Real is to lose, Ports lose, and Armed Forces win, Armed Forces is champion. So it could be anybody's game. It depends on what is happening. If Real wins, no matter what the other results
Who are your money on?
Well, if you tell me if I have to put my money, I put my money for Real.
Yeah, because you are Real de Banjul.
No, that's not the case.
No, because Real's chance of winning is more possible than the other team. Because
can you admit? No, let me. You know they admit that he's a Sanga fan. So can you admit that you are a Real fan?
In my mouth.
No, come put that.
Let me come. Young Africans have nothing to play for. They are already safe. They're not going for the title. They're not battling for survival. It's possible Real can negotiate.
Okay, we don't have time. We don't have time.
It's possible.
No, you mean negotiate what?
Negotiate the game is possible.
No, that would be my fixing.
Okay, Babukar, I'm sorry, we have to draw this curtain here. Alpha, we've seen drama in the 2012 Gambia Football Association League. We've seen drama unfolded.
Absolutely.
Big team, mighty Walidan, relegated with the bottom place, 12th position with 19 points. After how many games played? 21 games
played.
With only 19 goals, out of possible how many points?
19.
Yeah, but Walidan's relegation, well, it's a sad story. Because Walidan produced one of the most successful players in history of Gambian football.
Exactly.
All these players play in national team.
Most of them
were from Walidan.
Long before
Zico, Mustafa Jaju.
That's the late generation. If you go back to the 80s, the 90s, the 60s,
the lives of Captain Laos,
Alaji Babu Sow. I had an interview with Alaji Babu Sow in our last program. Alaji Babu Sow is even the player who gave that name Walidan. He said the name Walidan came when they were sitting to form the team. Some were saying, let's name it Flamingo, Benfica. He said, no, Walidan. In all of this, he said, new Wali, Bepare, new Dan. So he gave that name Walidan. We had an interview last time on our program at Capital FM. So it's a sad story. Walidan is relegated.
Okay, we only hope that Walidan can bounce back to the first division league when they play the second division in the 2013 GFA second division league. And this has been in the case of Hawks. Hawks only survive because they are now 10th position on the league, but the relegation of Samga and Serekunda United Walidan and Serekunda United is confirmed. So we only hope and pray that Walidan, Gambia's oldest team, can bounce back to the first division. Well, that was all we have for you on this edition of Multisports. We spoke about different issues ranging from Gambia's game from Morocco, Tanzania and Algeria, and of course the problems we think is affecting Gambian football, and the Gambian League, which is to be decided tomorrow. at the different venues. All the games are going to be played tomorrow at the different venues simultaneously in order to avoid backings and the like. I was your host, Neibuso. With me, I had Mr. Babukar Kamal of the Daily Observer newspaper, Mr. Babukar Njai of Capital FM, and Mr. Alpha Jar of Kora FM, the popular Kora FM. Thank you so much.
Africa's smallest country, but a land of big opportunities. The Gambia, a country on the move, rapidly becoming an important hub for global transactions. It's a land of contrasts. Traditional handicraft and high-speed modems, rustic dugouts and laden freighters, rich local cultures and cosmopolitan experiences. It's a land of warm, friendly people moving forward in the 21st century.
We want to build a country that will be a model and a source of inspiration for the rest of mankind. Not only do we want to develop it fast, but we want to make it one of the best countries on the face of the earth.
Everything about the Gambia just feels so positive at the moment. Everything is moving. Everyone you speak to, everything, it's growing. It's evolving at such a rate.
In the 8 years since I was last in Gambia, things have, there's been so much construction, new hotels, new office buildings. Everyone there has cell phones now, which just amazed me.
The extraordinary growth over the last 10 years is the result of the Gambian Master Development Plan, Vision 2020, and the close collaboration between private enterprise, NGOs, and the government.
As a leader, you're just like a pilot. You must have to have a flight path. And so Vision 2020 is the blueprint of what we want to achieve as a country.
With an eye to a peaceful and prosperous future, the Gambia is in the midst of an unprecedented transformation. It opens its doors to the international community.
Welcome to the Gambia, the land of peace, the land of hope, and the land of hospitality.
Above all, this tiny nation's greatest resource is its gracious people.
We have a lot of assets that we're proud of. We are happy people. We are emotionally, socially very stable.
I've served in 6 or 7 countries throughout my career, and the Gambians are by far the people who are the most naturally nice.
In the Gambia, every smile is genuine. That is why we call the Smiling Coast.
Just walking down the street, you can start up a conversation with somebody about anything.
This small, tiny little country it transcends boundaries.
The beauty of humanity and our greatness lies in our ability to live together peacefully.
Here, diversity has been celebrated, and we celebrate culture by interacting with each other and by respecting each other.
You come to the Gambia in the month of Ramadan, you think that the whole country is Muslim. If you come to the Gambia by Christmas, you think that the whole country is Christian.
We thank you for the peace we have in our nation that made it possible for us to gather and for us to move in progress and development.
There's beautiful beaches here, plus there's the river to explore, there's the forest to explore, there's the local villages and the culture.
Fishing in the Gambia, absolutely brilliant.
Of course, we also have one of the most beautiful rivers you can find, and one of the most navigable rivers, suitable for all types of sports. All we need is investors.
The Gambia River has been the historic highway in the country. Navigable most of its length, it offers tourism opportunities as well as the means to transport goods and people into the interior. At its mouth is the long-established deep-water port of Banjul, with its modern and efficient cargo handling capabilities, bustling with shipments to and from Europe and the Americas.
The administration of the port is much easier to deal with than some other countries where you might have freight waiting for paperwork to clear for months, where in Gambia it generally takes days.
Another unique advantage of the Gambia, the language.
the Gambian fabric, we should know that we make it ourselves.
Welcome to the paradise of the Gambia.